Okay, so now on to multiplying decimal numbers by two-digit numbers. So this is long multiplication. For this, we will be modelling with the calculation 71.05 multiplied by 32. Always a good idea to check to do an estimate with rounding. So let's round 71.05, let's round that to a nice round number, 70. And 32, we'll round that down to the nearest 10, so 30. 70 times 30, well, an easy way to do that is 7 times 3 is 21. And then we have two zeros here because these are both numbers in the tens. So we know that we therefore need to add two zeros onto the end of our answer as well. So our answer will be roughly 2,100. That's something to bear in mind for when we do our calculation. Okay, so let's set our calculation out. We have 7 tens, 1 1, no tenths, and 5 hundredths. And we are multiplying all of these by 32. Now, because this is long multiplication, you need space for two numbers, ooh, bit wonky, and your answer. Okay, so this is how we lay out a long multiplication. This is because we'll be multiplying all of these numbers by 2 first, and then we'll be multiplying all of these numbers by 30. So let's start with 2. We've got 2 lots of 5 hundredths would be 10 hundredths. Now we can't put 10 hundredths in the hundredths column because we can't put more than one digit in any place value column. So we're going to regroup those 10 hundredths for 1/10, like that, okay? Now we're going to do 2 lots of no tenths or 0 tenths. 2 times 0 is 0, but we've got 1/10 waiting from our 10 hundredths. So it's going to be a 1 here, okay? Now 2 lots of 1 1, that's really easy. That's 2 ones, okay? And then 2 lots of 7 tens is going to be 14 tens. So that would be 4 tens and actually 100 there. 14 tens are the same as 104 tens. So that's all of these numbers multiplied by 2. Now we need to remember that we've got to do it by 30 as well. Now because we're multiplying by 30, which is actually 10 times bigger than 3, we're going to put a 0 in the hundredths column. That's a place value holder. That's what we call a place value holder. And that shows that we are working with a number that is 10 times bigger. It basically bumps all our numbers up the place value chart. So then we start working here. 3 lots of 5 would be 15. Again, we have to regroup. We can't have 2 digits in one column. So that leaves 5 tenths and 1 1. 3 lots of no tenths is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. But we've got 1 from when we regrouped before. So that will be a 1 in this column. Okay. Then 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 times 7 is 21. Okay, so we can't have 21 in the hundreds column. So we're going to have to put a thousands in there. And that would leave us with 100 and 2,000s because 21 hundredths is the same as 2,100. Okay, so now we've got these two numbers. What are we going to do with them? Well, because they're both part of this calculation, we then need to add them together to find our final answer. Okay, so 0 add 0, 0, 1 add 5 is 6. Notice how we're keeping all the decimal points lined up here. 2 add 1 is 3, 4 add 3 is 7, 1 add 1 is 2, 2 add, well, there's a 0 there, no thousands, so 2 add 0 is 2. Our final answer is 2,273.60. And we know this must be correct because it's close to our estimate. Our estimate was 2,100, and this is almost 2,300, but it's not that far off. If we were to have an answer that was 200 and something, or if it was 22,000 and something, we would know we'd gone slightly wrong. So our estimate is always helpful for us to check.